Hey everybody, my name's Chris. Welcome to Casual Fragrances. If you're new to this channel, thanks for clicking on this fragrance video. I really do appreciate it. I talk about fragrances, I do reviews, and I do giveaways. So if this information sounds cool and helpful, please consider clicking that subscribe button. If you like the content, hit the like button and leave a comment down below. So today I'm gonna talk about my 8 fragrances that grab attention. So these are my 8 fragrances I feel like when you wear them, you're gonna need some type of attention or maybe get compliments at the end of the day. But that's neither here nor there. But before we get the list started, ladies and gentlemen, I bought all these fragrances with my hard-earned money. No company sent me these fragrances at all. And the shirts that I wear in the videos are shirts that I buy at Hollister or I buy at H&M. So I'll leave the websites down below. People always ask me about my shirts, and yeah, I buy at those 2 websites or stores. My number 8 is from the house of Kilian Paris, and this one here is Rolling in Love. Notes of ambrette seed, Absolute. We have almond milk, we have orris, freza, tonka bean, vanilla, tuberose, and musk. This fragrance here is very different. This is a fragrance where you are going to smell very different than what's there on the market. I mean, it's going to open up with that almond kind of a cherry slash vibe. You're going to get a little bit of a kind of fizzy type of smell with this fragrance here, and that kind of creamy, kind of milky, kind of vanilla vibe. And this one is nice. I mean, it is very different. Does it lean a little bit feminine? Well, people will say that just because of the tuberose and the almond and the milk and the creaminess, it won't be more of a masculine scent. But I've worn it and people like it. I've never had anybody say I smell like a girl. You know what I mean? Never say nobody said I smell feminine. But Kilian himself, when I talked to him, when I picked up my bottle at a Kilian event, he's like, I said, how do you feel about your fragrance? He's like, anybody can wear them. Man or woman, they smell different on each person. And he's correct by that, because it smells different on my skin than it smells on my girlfriend's skin. I'll leave the video down below where I did a full review on this fragrance here. But I met Kilian, I talked to him about this fragrance. A lot of people like it. People have been buying this fragrance out. People love it. I got my bottle custom designed with my name Chris and Kelly on it when I bought it at a Kilian event. This fragrance is still, you need to definitely get yourself a sample and try it out, because this is a great Kilian fragrance. It's very different. It's nothing that you have smelled at like a Sephora or Macy's. This is very different. So if you're looking for something different, very creamy, very vanilla, you're definitely going to pick up some almond and maybe some cherry in the fragrance. Performance on me is going to vary per person, so please keep that in mind in this video. I'm going off of my own personal experience. I'm getting about 1.5 hours of projection, and I'm getting about 7 to 8 hours of longevity. So I really have no complaints. It smells good. It costs about $240 for a 50 ml bottle like this. So definitely check out Kilian Paris, Rolling in Love. Number 7 fragrance is from the house of PDM. If you don't know who that is, ladies and gentlemen, it's Parfums de Marly. This is Parfums de Marly PEGASUS. Parfums de Marly PEGASUS. What can I not say about this fragrance that has already been said over and over again through the fragrance community? Bergamot, heliotrope, Carlaway, lavender, almond, jasmine, ambergris, vanilla, sandalwood. This fragrance here is just a great fragrance to wear any type of year, but primarily I feel like this is more of a fall and winter fragrance with the note breakdown, but it does have a freshness in it with that bergamot, so it kind of gives it that freshness that you could wear pull off probably in the spring, but I wouldn't go summer. I feel like summer would be too heavy of a fragrance. I've worn this fragrance several times and it's awesome. I mean, that opening with the freshness with the bergamot, then it comes right into the almond. You get that vanilla. This is a vanilla fragrance here. This is an awesome vanilla fragrance. This is perfect for the fall and winter time. Performance is awesome on my skin. Now, everybody's performance will vary different, so keep that in mind. For me personally, I get about a good 2 to 3 hours of projection and longevity. I'm getting about 8 hours plus on my skin. I've worn this fragrance to a few weddings that I was invited to go to with my girlfriend Kelly, and a couple of family members were like, hey, you have a fragrance I could wear? And I brought decants of this and they sprayed it themselves, and their wife liked off their skin too. So this is a compliment getter fragrance. This is a fragrance that's going to grab attention, whether you go to weddings or you just wear casual, doesn't really matter. But I feel like this is mainly better for dressed up situations, like maybe a date, maybe a special anniversary, maybe a wedding, you know, maybe a business party or something like that. You have to dress up. You know, this is a perfect scent to wear. I know I met the creative director, Yvonne, of this fragrance here at Parfums de Marly events all the time. He's an awesome guy, cool guy to talk to. And they have a lot of fragrances that are amazing from the house of Parfums de Marly. This is just one of their stellars. This has been overhyped too, but this is a great fragrance that people love it. So if you're looking for a fall and winter fragrance, definitely check out Parfums de Marly, Sedley. Number 6 fragrance is from the house of Mancera. This one here has been a banger. I know people will say that it's supposed to be an inspiration of another fragrance, so they try to copy it. Nevertheless, this one here is Mancera Instant Crush. This fragrance is a crush, I tell you that. Now, this fragrance, some people do say gives that vibe of Bac Rouge 540. It has notes of citrus, fruity notes, saffron, ginger, rose, jasmine, amber, sandalwood, oak moss, vanilla, white musk. This fragrance is awesome. I mean, this fragrance is a beast mode fragrance off of my skin. I mean, when you spray this fragrance, you don't need many sprays with this fragrance here. I mean, pretty much, it opens up fresh with that fruitiness in the fragrance, and it's one of those fragrances where you get to open up with a fruitiness and freshness, and then it turns into more of a saffron and rose fragrance and jasmine, and it gives off that Bac Rouge 540 vibe, but less that what would they call it, that latex vibe, like glove latex vibe. It's not as heavy, it's more calmed down, this fragrance here. Me and my girlfriend prefer this over Bac Rouge 540. Nothing against that fragrance smells good. It took me about 3 weeks to enjoy that fragrance when I had a sample of it, a decant. But this one here is fire, man. I've been wearing it a good amount, and I let some other people try it out, and they like this fragrance. Now the price, it fluctuates up and down with this. You can get it for $180 for retail. You can get it discounted for like 95 to 100 bucks. I'll leave a link down below to all the discount websites where I purchased my fragrance from, and you can hook yourself up with a good discount on Instant Crush. Performance on me is going to vary different than other people. But for me, I'm getting 2 to 3 hours of projection, full arm's length, have no complaints, and longevity, I'm getting 8 to 10 hours on my skin. So it gets you through the whole workday. Most Manceras get me through the workday. I really have no complaints. They just are very expensive, so you gotta definitely get yourself decants and make sure this is the bottle that you want, because it's a 120 ml bottle. It's a 4-ounce bottle. So if you have a lot of fragrances, you're not gonna go through this bottle. So keep that in mind. And they have 60 ml bottles too. So I'll leave the links down below where you can get the big size or the small size. But definitely check out Mancera Instant Crush. Number 5 fragrance on the list is from the house of PACO RABANNE. They have a lot of stellar fragrances. Some people love them. Some people think they should never discontinue some of them. Nevertheless, this fragrance is from the house of PACO RABANNE. This is 1 million Lucky. This fragrance is amazing. What can I not say about this fragrance? It has notes of hazelnut, green plum. We have grapefruit, white cedarwood, patchouli, and amber. This fragrance is something that you're going to gather attention and probably compliments wearing this fragrance here. It opens up with that very grapefruit and has that plum in it. Definitely gonna pick up that hazelnut. I feel like hazelnut / honey vibe with this one here. And this is a great fragrance to wear. Primarily, I feel like it's more of a fall and winter fragrance. Maybe you could pull it off in the spring. I think summer might be too coin for summer, but this is a chick magnet fragrance. I mean, or a guy magnet fragrance. People just tend to like this fragrance. When I wear it, people always want to ask, what am I wearing, what this fragrance is, because they haven't smelled it before. You can pick this up at Macy's or Sephora. I'll leave links to discount websites too. This is a 100 ml bottle, which I went through a good amount, probably I'd say about 50%. And this is a stellar fragrance. I mean, everybody knows that has smelled this fragrance or have gave them a sample of it. They're like, yo, Chris, this is fire. I need to buy myself a bottle. And the original 1 million is awesome. 1 million Privé is awesome too. They're all great 1 million fragrances. Now the Parfum one, I do like it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy it or not, because I feel like it's heavily overly sweet candy vibe, and this one here is more sweet, more hazelnut kind of honey vibe on my skin. I like this one a little bit more than the other one. This one here is a great fragrance to step into if you want to get into that more of a compliment factor of a fragrance. You want a fragrance that is going to garner attention. This is going to be up your alley. Definitely get yourself a sample of 1 million Lucky. Try it out. When stores open back up from quarantine, go to your Macy's, Sephora, spray it on your skin if you're allowed to, and you're going to like this fragrance. I feel like most people I've been around with, they like this fragrance. They like it, they love it. That's pretty much what they say. So performance on this one here, great. I'm getting 2 hours of projection. Longevity, easy 8 hours on my skin, maybe longer, but it's awesome. Everybody's skin chemistry will vary different. Some people get 6, some people get 7. But don't get it twisted. This fragrance smells awesome, and most people I know around me say, wow, I mean, I've never smelled this 1 million fragrance before. So definitely check out 1 million Lucky by the house of PACO RABANNE. Number 4 on the list is a fragrance that some people either gonna love it or hate it just because of the guy name behind it. Nevertheless, this one here is fire. I received a lot of compliments wearing this fragrance when I got it, and my girlfriend bought me this bottle for Christmas, even though I did get a bottle sent to me by Jeremy after the fact. Nevertheless, this one here is from the house of Fragrance One. Jeremy fragrance is no other than Date for Men. Has notes of lemon, artemisia, cardamom, ambroxan, extreme woods, juniper, musk, patchouli, oud, essence, and vetiver. Okay, so let's put aside the fact that everybody knows who Jeremy Fragrance is. We know he's a popular YouTuber, over 1.17 million subscribers. He's been putting work in for years now. Don't hate the guy one bit. You know what I mean? People hate him because he's made it and he's making his own fragrance, and some people say they smell like other fragrances. It is what it is. But for this fragrance here, compliment factor and grabbing attention, this is what this fragrance does. This is what I think he was mainly meant to do with this fragrance here. This fragrance does open up a little fresh with the lemon, and then it turns into a sweet juniper fragrance. To me, I do pick up some type of a Jean Paul Gaultier vibe, and I do get some of a Victus vibe from PACO Rabanne, sweetness, but this is a sweet fragrance. I mean, this is a great fragrance you can wear. I know it says date for men. I feel like you can wear this fragrance to the club if you want, when clubs open back up. This could, if you want to wear a date fragrance, I say maybe one spray for date, because this is a beast mode fragrance off of my skin. I mean, for me personally, I'm getting about 2 to 3 hours of projection and longevity. I'm getting well over 8 hours on my skin, even more. This fragrance I have to literally wash off my skin from when I wear, and I do about 4 sprays. I do 1, 2, 3, 4. So I do 4 sprays, and it lasted me. My girlfriend likes this one, which was funny because I was hoping she would like it. And then when I got a bottle, she ordered me a bottle for Christmas. I was like, well, if you like it, great. If you don't, no worries. So she tried it. She said, Chris, I love this fragrance. I'm like, oh, cool. And then side note, I smelled this fragrance before it came out at Center Explorer. Jeremy had a date for men there, so I tried it out. You know, he didn't have it ready yet, but it was coming. He had a little sample of it, and she loved it. I enjoyed it, and my girlfriend bought me a bottle. Then later on, Jeremy sent me a bottle to review. But nevertheless, this is fire. Definitely check out Date for Men. The prices are very expensive. They're around $275. He does have bundles where you can get this and a candle and a atomizer travel size of Office 2 or unisex fragrance he has. So there's bundle deals, so you can get a bunch of stuff for a good price. You want to pay for retail, you can get other stuff included with a bundle deal he has on his website. So definitely check out Fragrance 1. This fragrance is by Jeremy, and this is Date for Men. Number 3 fragrance is from the House of Creed. No, it's not Creed Viking. It could be on this list, but I feel like some people may feel some type of way and want to debate me, so I'm not going to do it. So this fragrance here is mass appealing. It's going to garner your attention. It's going to garner your compliment factors. Nevertheless, this fragrance is Creed Aventus. It has notes of bergamot, blackcurrant, apple, pink berries, birch, patchouli, jasmine, musk, oak moss, ambergris, and vanilla. This fragrance here, you know, it's going to do the job. It's going to be a fragrance that you spray this on, you know, you're going to smell amazing. I have to say that it's going to garner attention. You're going to pick up that bergamot freshness in this fragrance here. You're definitely going to pick up that black currant. You're definitely going to pick up that birch. That's going to give it that smokiness. It has that sweetness with the pineapple. So it's a fragrance that most people are going to like. It's going to be a fragrance that when you walk in the room, you are going to be the most important person in the room. The performance is going to vary per batch. That's why batches are different. Mine's a 2019. I'll leave my video down below with the full review on this fragrance. But me personally, projection, I'm getting 2 to 3 hours. It's very strong on my skin, which I have no complaints with. So be careful with the sprays. I do about 4 to 5 sprays, maybe too much. And then longevity, I'm getting about 7 to 8 hours on my skin. So I really have no complaints with the fragrance wise. You have to get yourself a bottle and try it out, because every batch is going to be very different. You might get 6 hours, you might get 4. I know before I've tried this brand out, I didn't have much success with it. But this batch here, 2019, I have good success with it. It works, and I will wear it maybe like if I go to somebody's wedding or a special event or something like that. But at the end of the day, to me, this isn't the best, but it does check off all the boxes for compliments, grab attention. People want to know what you're wearing. This will want people to say, hey man, stop you, I want to talk what fragrance you have on, or ask you what you're wearing. So if you're looking for a attention grabbing fragrance, definitely check out Creed Aventus. Number 2 fragrance from the house of Chanel. This one here is a fragrance that some people say they like it, some people say it doesn't perform the best. I guess there's different batches for this one too per year they come out. Nevertheless, this one here is Chanel Allure Sport Eau Extreme. This here has mint, mandarin, clary sage, sandalwood, white musk, tonka bean, and cedar. This one here I like a lot. You know, at first I did not like this fragrance, and I said that before in my video I did a review on this fragrance. I'll leave the video down below if I can find it. It's been a while, but this one here opens up fresh with the mint. And at the time I wasn't really the biggest fan of mint as a fragrance, but then a couple years later I'm wearing this and I tend to like it a lot more with the freshness, with the mint, the mandarin. Definitely going to get a sweetness with the tonka bean. This one's great. At first, it's not, I know they call it Allure Sport Extreme. This is not gonna be your sports fragrance. This is a great fragrance, a mass appealing fragrance, something that you can wear dressed up or dressed down, which will garner attention, and you should get compliments wearing this fragrance here. I said it before in my most complimented video I did. I received 2 compliments wearing this fragrance when I went to Best Buy to pick up my Samsung phone. The sales associate lady that was helping me with my phone and the sales associate next to her picked up whiffs of the fragrance, and they're like, oh, this smells awesome. And I gave them the name of it, and they were gonna buy it. One was married and one was about to get married and wanted her husband to wear this. So it is what it is. It does garner compliments, and it's a Chanel fragrance. You know, Chanel fragrances do a good job by getting people's attention, and they are expensive fragrances because this is no slouch. This is expensive, over $100 fragrance. But you know, if you're looking for one fragrance to wear all year round, this is an all year round signature scent. This is a perfect fragrance. My bottle is almost empty. I think I got about 10% left, which sucks, but it's awesome. I love this fragrance here. Mine's an older batch, which I'll let you guys leave. I'll leave a link down below. I think mine's a 2014, 2015. This is an older batch, so it's going to vary per person, but this one, performance for me, I'm getting about 2 hours of projection, and longevity, I'm getting about 7 to 8 hours. Now, some people get like 6 hours. It depends on your skin chemistry, so keep that in mind, but this one is just fire. At first, I didn't like it, but now, after a year or two of wearing it, I enjoy it a lot more, and I got to buy a backup bottle. Hopefully, it smells the same and it lasts. If it doesn't, whatever, it does smell good. So definitely check out Chanel Allure Sport Eau Extreme. My number 1 fragrance, this fragrance here will surprise you. Be like, wow, that fragrance got his attention and compliments. It is different. It's something from a very high niche quality fragrance and fragrance brand itself. I know the owner directly. He's an awesome guy, and this fragrance is from the house of Zoologist, and this is Zoologist B. This fragrance has notes of orange, ginger syrup, royal jelly, boom, heliotrope, mimosa, orange flower, benzoin, tonka, vanilla, labdanum, musk, sandalwood. This fragrance here is very different than what you smelled on the market. I tell you that right now. You will not smell nothing like this at Sephora or Macy's or Nordstrom. This is very different. This is a niche fragrance, quality fragrance. And what I mean by that is this is very high quality, high concentration. This one here opens up. You're going to get a bitterness of a orange freshness, but then it's going to turn into a very sticky honey fragrance. This is the primary honey fragrance, since the name is B on it. If you don't like honey as a note, you may not particularly like this fragrance at all. This is a very different fragrance. It's a very sweet, very cozy fragrance that people tend to like this fragrance. They're going to say, hey, you smell like honey. Hey, you smell sweet today. Hey, you smell very different today. People are going to ask what you're wearing. This fragrance is powerful, so keep that in mind. No more than 3 sprays. If you do more than 3 sprays, this is a beast mode fragrance off my skin. This fragrance will either guarantee you good attention or bad attention. You won't realize it till you oversprayed it, you walk out and you're like choking yourself out or other people. But this one is just fire. I picked up my bottle at Parfumology. I'll leave the website down below. Reach out to Near. He'll take care of you if you want to buy yourself a sample. I mean, you order yourself an 8 to 10 hour sample and try it for yourself, because you may not like it. It might be too heavy for you. It might be too beast mode fragrance. But this is a heavy fragrance, and Zoologist fragrances are very different and very daring. This one here is a nice one that I feel like this one and Squid are fragrances that you can wear more. That's not going to give you negative feedback. Like T-Rex and Rhinoceros, fragrances like that might be too heavy for people to wear, that might be put off. This is not put off. This is more of a sweet fragrance that people are going to say, you smell like honey. You smell sweet today. You smell like a kind of a sweet dessert today. This kind of fragrance this kind of comments you're going to get with this fragrance here. Can this lean feminine or male? It can lean both ways because it's a sweet fragrance. So it's going to smell different on each person. It might smell more sweeter on somebody else and more light sweet on another person. So please keep that in mind. Performance for me, man, I'm getting about 2 to 3 hours of projection, very heavy projection and longevity, well over 8 hours on my skin. This lasts and lasts and lasts. After the 8 hour mark, you just want to wash it off. Unless you're going to be out longer than 8 hours. This is a solid fragrance. Is the price expensive? Yes, you're looking at over $195, but it checks off all the boxes. Projection, check. Longevity, check. The presentation is beautiful, amazing, and the compliment factors are going to be high up on the list. I'm not saying you're going to get great or negative compliments. People are going to ask what you're wearing. They're going to be curious what kind of fragrance you have. You are going to smell 100% different than anybody else at a business event you're going to, or maybe going on a date. You're going to smell very different. I'm not saying you got to wear a bunch of sprays, but just relax. Maybe 2 or 3 sprays, go out, and people are going to like this fragrance. I'm not gonna say they're gonna love it or you're supposed to get compliments. You might get compliments, you might not, but people will recognize you wearing this fragrance. So definitely check out Zoologist B. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like these type of videos, I hope you consider clicking that like button to show you like the channel. Click that subscribe button to really show you really appreciate my channel, and leave a comment down below. What are your top 5 fragrances that garner attention? Leave your list down below. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching another fragrance video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.